I don't know. Is it live? Yes, we are live. We are live. This is episode 192 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I hope you got your big girl bulletproof panties on. We got some badasses in here with us. We got VSO. There he goes. You know, looking very sexy there with the grill. we have Patrick R of the Firearm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a scary show. I hope your children are not watching this show tonight because they're going to be scared. The zombie apocalypse is upon us.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, and here we are. It's not even Friday, man. It's like Thursday, but it feels like a Friday. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely Friday.
Yeah, we are a little late. I know some people were complaining about that. We were having a really good conversation. If you guys could only be privy to what's going on behind the scenes, man, someone's gonna have to do a pre-show, an after-show thing, or whatever one of these days. But I don't know. Yeah, a pre-show.
I don't know what's going. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I don't know where your face is, but we can see your logo. And here's one of the reasons why I started the live show. Okay, somebody out there has to look at this logo. This is the Firearm Rack logo.
Apparently, it looks like a rusty trombone. Apparently, that's not appropriate either. So,
yes,
can someone help me?
Yeah,
there's something in there.
It looks like a rusty trombone. It's awful.
Yeah, this is a terrible logo. Someone out there, someone in the audience is capable of helping this man fix his logo. So let us know during the show if you or someone you know can help Patrick do something about this logo.
In fact, I'm going to, so I have an Arisaka Type 99 or Type 38 that is a wall hanger. It's still a firearm technically, but it's got a display bolt. So whoever comes up with the best logo will get that rifle.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I might have to design a logo.
Shit, I can't even draw, and I'm gonna start right now.
Well, so what it boils down to is I've got far too much stuff in my safe.
Someone says, how about this?
I feel like that is a really low effort design.
But it could work.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be allowed in any places that have the Beretta Buster sign, so I don't feel like that's going to play well.
Yeah, you can't put that on a business card. Is that what you're saying? You don't?
No. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not allowed into those places that have gunbuster signs because they're like prejudiced against Italians or something. It's always a Beretta.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some highbrow comedy.
Yes.
No.
Totally went right over my head.
Well,
did you get that, Curtis? Because I don't.
Dude. My family's from fucking Sicily, bro. Right?
You're like, wait a second, are you coming down on my peoples?
Yeah, no, man. I when I met Carlo Fiocchi the first time, I didn't let him know that I was from Sicily. That's how Italian we are.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Right. They're from the mainland. We're the bastard island. Right?
I was gonna say, are the Sicilians special?
No,
they're like the people that. Okay.
No, I know. Listen, I grew up in New York.
Go there, Patrick.
Yeah,
I want to go there.
I grew up in New York City, so I have a little bit of experience with how Italians think about Sicilians and other people. I know a little something about this.
Just a little bit, eh?
I feel like this is going to a place that might land us in YouTube jail.
Yeah, that we should maybe not get into, but
we should abandon this line. This line.
But we were talking
racism, guys. It's racism.
We were talking about logos, so I know Lola put up some of the logos on the Patreon. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'm coming up with some new logos. Let me see. Got some new logos that we're working on.
Is that a butthole hidden in his hair?
Is that no? If that's what you see, art is subjective. Art is subjective, and if that's what you see, that says something more about you than me.
I'm not the one that put the butthole in the hair.
Yeah, it says, but it says something about you. So also, I got a T-shirt here from someone who I'm gonna shout that out. So I'm gonna show that because someone actually sent me a really cool T-shirt. I'm gonna shout that out. We got lots of stuff going on. We got Vigilant Spectre Operations, or is it very shitty operations now?
No,
that's what it was initially.
Yeah. So now, well, actually, it's going to change. It
Oh,
may
boy.
change again, but it is very shitty operators, is what it is. Right. We even have shirts. Right.
I feel like that's in line with your message.
Yep. And it's good. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So did you change the Facebook to that? Because I was trying to tag you, and I'm like writing out VSO. I didn't see it. I'm writing out Vigilant Spectre. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
It's all under VSO. It's all been shortened to that. So originally, you got to remember, guys, at the very beginning, nobody knew that any of this was going to go. So we were actually making fun of all the people at the time when we called it Vigilant Spectre. We were making fun of all the people who were like super crazy, like
Death Eagle Tactical and bullshit like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's what we were doing. Right. And if you looked at everybody else's like call sign or whatever at the time, they were all like, everything else was like super funny. Right. Like Mr. Tactical.
It's basically the same reason Mookie has the name Mookie.
Yeah, exactly. So we were trying to do that. Right. And then we're like, okay, well, this is really juvenile, and people are actually watching this shit on purpose, so we should probably try a little bit harder. So then we did a rebranding to something that could be construed as more professional, which is VSO, but in reality, it stands for very, very shitty operators. So, which very soon will have a second arm known as VS Ordnance. Just put that in your back pocket for a second.
Yeah, I am just caught up in like the fact of on one hand trying to be professional, and on the other hand having no professionalism whatsoever. And
None,
these two
zero.
It's like sweet and sour sauce.
Yep, you, and that's our brand, bro. That's what we do. So no, but seriously, it really is that way because if you look at the way we do things, we do a lot of T&E and research development stuff for people. In the industry, as does Patrick. He knows. And then on the other side, we have to be entertaining as well, because the other arm of our business is not just the serious, like making sure this is going to blow up in somebody's face or that it properly does what the manufacturer claims, but we also have to be entertainers on the internet, which is a very silly place.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. And I think that companies should come to people like you, Patrick, even myself. I'm always breaking shit.
No one should ever come to me.
Yeah.
Unless they want their feelings hurt.
Well, I think if you're building stuff, you should get over your feelings being hurt. If you're designing and engineering things if you really want to succeed, that's part of the process. You have to be willing to kill your babies.
So dude, you should see my terms of service, right? It is a full page of like shit that's like, we don't care about your feelings. Like your shit's going to come back broken. We don't care what you think about what we think. You can't interfere, on down the line. Like it's a full page of one-liners.
So I don't have one of those. I probably should.
You're a walking version.
Would you like a copy, Patrick? Would you like me to email you a copy so you can copy it and just change the branding?
That would be super sweet of you. I'm upfront with companies. Like as a matter of fact, I think I've told Hank the story about how that stupid High Point came to be, but I got the 10 mil carbine in. And I called the company as soon as it showed up and I said, hey, man, I've got it in my hands. What are you okay with me doing to this thing? I think I want to run it over with my truck while it's propped up against a log. And the answer I got was, please don't destroy it. And these are conversations I have to have with the company. It's like, are you okay with me doing this?
Yeah.
Well, so what you have in a terms of service, all right, is it's a one-pager that you send to them. They have to sign it before you do anything. Right, and it's much more efficient because you can email much faster than you can conversate over the phone or in person.
Oh yeah, but it's building those relationships as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm being facetious. I'm being highly facetious.
Yeah, and we should probably look up facetious. I know what it means. maybe.
Do you?
But
I
we
don't
should
think
look
it
it
is.
up because some people might think it's like a monkey throwing feces at Theseus, but
Well,
it
Cesus
actually
is kind of a cock, so I mean, he probably deserves it.
Somebody in the thread, in the comment thread over there, post the definition for anybody.
No,
who
facetious is
doesn't-
one of my favorite words. I learned that when I was a kid, and I love the shit out of that word facetious because it sounds like feces. Yeah, and I was like, oh.
well,
Go ahead.
Then that puts it in perspective then, because you were a much more sophisticated child than I was.
Oh.
So
I was a nerd. I was a
feces
nerd.
meant.
I see a comment that I really want to address. It says, I don't know what the hell the screen name is, but it says, Patrick's mind isn't just insane. If I could climb inside someone's mind to see how it worked, he would definitely be my top 5. Dude is amazing. What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Who said that? Who said that?
On HNRE42.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's some terrible amalgamation of horny 42 is my guess.
Huh. Okay.
That's if it's not, you can see where my head's at.
Oh, okay.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
That is like next level. Like that would go. I would screenshot that and put that on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I'm definitely taking a screenshot.
That should be in your bio. That should be in your bio. Also, like what I was going to say before I read the definition to facetious, what I was going to say, your logo, Patrick, should be, you with like a SIG P320.
No, I really don't want them
and
to
a
do
hammer
that anymore.
And that would be an awesome logo.
He doesn't want to be defined by one.
I don't want to be the hammer guy.
No, you don't want to be the hammer.
No.
You should, but you could make a second brand.
I'm telling you, the t-shirts.
No, I thought about launching a secondary channel that I did nothing but hammer test every gun that I could get my hands on and do it all in hammer pants.
Why stop it? Why even stop at guns? There's so much shit you could hammer test just for the hell of it.
The ginger hammer.
Yeah, nice.
Is it some like crappy Hebrew hammer like spinoff?
Yes. So let me read.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, let me read facetious really quick. I'll read the definition: treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor. Flippant, synonyms: flippant, flip, glib, frivolous, tongue-in-cheek, ironic, sardonic, joking, jokey, jocular, playful, sportive, teasing, mischievous. I love that word. It's one of my favorite words. I've been using it probably since I was like 5 or 6 years old.
I feel like that is a descriptor of me.
Yeah. It should be a descriptor of every man. No man should take himself too seriously.
Agreed.
Yeah, so that's my little thing. Okay, let me quickly go through here and just shout out some of the people here in the chat real quick. We got lots of people. Let me also remind everyone to click the thumbs ups, okay? We need and appreciate the thumbs ups, as well as like and share this video. Share it on some kind of social media out there. We've done it, or reshare what we've done. I'm sure Patrick has done something, and so's Curtis. So
yeah,
go ahead.
I just posted on Facebook. So but I apologize. I can't do anything because I'm using my phone tonight, so I can't really operate the Instagram.
Yes,
so,
I heard that you don't have a computer for some crazy ass reason.
It's being upgraded.
To some secret computer, to some secret government military grade. Well, military grade's not going to be great for a computer.
Word on the street is he needs like more computing power to run 4K porn.
Yeah, exactly.
Multitasking is an important facet of business. Okay.
Yes.
If you can accomplish multiple tasks at once, right? Why do you think that it's so successful for like Ian and Carl to be on Pornhub?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm also there.
Yeah. Anyone? Oh, you guys are on the Pornhub? I haven't even done the Pornhub thing.
No, yeah, I'm on Pornhub. I did it like a day after Ian and Carl did.
Oh,
subscribe.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I'm not going
like
on
Pornhub.whatever/firearm rack or /something firearm rack.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I actually have my own channel.
I don't know if I want dudes looking at porn and then at the same time looking at my videos. I'm gonna catch weird vibes.
I'm strangely okay with it.
And in someone's mind, it's gonna be some kind of amalgamation of a porn and me, and I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna be talking to them. I'm not gonna know. Are they thinking about me and the guns or the porn? You know.
So here's my deal. I don't really care what they do prior to consuming the knowledge or after they consume the knowledge, or even what they're doing while they're consuming what is in my video. I don't really give a shit what is going on as long as they learn something and stop buying garbage.
Yeah. I challenge the first person to post a video of them looking at the firearm rack at the same time looking at porn.
Split screen. Multiple tabs.
Show that video. He will love this. He will love this. No kidding. No bullshit here. He will love it.
I will find it immensely hilarious.
So let me just quickly go through this and shout out some people. So Carl Compton, of course, was #1 today. I'm gonna
interrupt. I'm gonna apologize to Henry 42 because I'm an asshole.
Oh, so Carl Compton, he was #1. I don't know what Carl Compton's doing, but he's #1 every night. So congratulations to him. You know what, Carl? Let me know what your t-shirt size is. We will hook you up with a t-shirt just for consistently being #1 in the chat. And so now I guess we're gonna have to do who was #1 that's not Carl Compton. So that would be Special K. He was #1 who's not Carl Compton. Richard Harper says he's the first in Indiana. So there you go. Shout out to him. DCG 44S is also here. Boss Hog. I see Michael Bender, Clint Sanders. Let's see. Nico Sauer, Strange Media Operator, Gerald Loafers. He's here as well. And here's I'm going to go to the t-shirt right now since we're talking about him. Right, that's who sent me this awesome t-shirt, right, Lola? Mm-hmm. There you go. So I want you guys to see this t-shirt. Let me see who knows what this is between you, Curtis, and Patrick. Do you guys recognize this t-shirt? Look at that awesomeness. Can you read what that says?
I mean, says, yes, sexual chocolate.
Yeah, sexual chocolate. You have to say it like
Watson.
You have to make me feel really uncultured right now.
Yeah. Okay. Have you never seen Coming to America? You never seen?
Dude, I'm from America. Like, why would I need to watch a movie about that?
Oh my god!
You know, I'm trying to figure out how to unblock Tyven right now.
Oh my lord. Okay. I'll let you work on that. But thanks a lot. I appreciate the t-shirt. It's really awesome. And it has
for Lola. It's good.
No, this is for me, and it has my favorite year on it, 1988 World Tour. Sexual chocolate.
I feel like that should be. I feel like that should be Lola's shirt. Like
you feel like I don't deserve the moniker sexual chocolate?
No.
Oh, like what am I, like sexual caramel? Was that what you're trying to say?
It's what's that? Like sexual imitation chocolate or
milk chocolate.
Wow. So the comment feed has revolted against me. Basically, I am going to be compelled to go watch this movie now. So,
I mean, Coming to America is a pretty big staple of American pop culture at this point.
I'm pretty sure it's in like, you know, when they do those things of like the best American movies, Coming to America has got to be in like the top 20 at least, I think.
It's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will take your guys' recommendation.
You should
have to go find it.
Yeah.
You should also feel slightly bad that you have to take that recommendation because it is that important as an American icon.
Yeah, well, you know,
so you know, I'm not really big on pop culture.
Yeah,
no, I'm just messing with you. I don't think I've seen
I don't know if he's
years.
For real. I think he's just faking that he doesn't know what it is. I don't ever know when to believe what Curtis is saying and when it's total bullshit.
Curtis is a liar. Curtis is a liar.
Do you see how he's laughing right now? Do you see how he's laughing? Okay.
I know you're getting, sir.
He's trying to be serious now. Look at his face. Look at his face. Do you know what this is? He's just messing with everyone. We never know. He doesn't even want us to know. So there you go. So anyway, thanks for the shirt. Let me see. I'm going to try to go down through these really quick because we have like a ton of stuff to talk about. SoCal Gunner, Bill Butcher. Let's see who else is in here. Henry 42, Magnum Boys. I edit my sub MOA, The Archangel, 33 Bravo, The Tyven Show. That is Patrick R's favorite person. They're actually related. They have the same last name.
Not related, but couldn't care.
I'm pretty sure you guys. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you guys are related distantly.
No. My family didn't make it here to the U.S. until like right around World War One.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna call for genetic tests, but okay. I believe you. I believe you on that one. Mike Bryant, Travis Height, Midnight Range TM. Let's see who else is in here. I'm just gonna try to go through J Rock, Caviar Hound, Scamp 900, Hamburger Helper. Let's see, Greg 98K and Chris Bullis. The Pants is also here. Volzek B, Rich White, Pyro Know It All, Andrew Thomas, Patrick Barker, Charles Holschluth, Robert Norton, Sergeant Poppy, E-Rock, Tacos and French Fries, Eric Gonzalez.
Tacos.
And yeah, tacos and French fries. I carry my revolver in single action. Lupe Castillo.
I need some tacos. I totally need some tacos right now.
Yeah, that's gonna make me hungry. Maggie W, Bricks. Let's see who else. Frank Castle, Patrick G, and there's Patrick G, WB, Kyle Lusk. There's a whole bunch of people. If I miss someone, let me know. I'll definitely shout you out. James Lawson. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys have some folks that you know that are regularly in your things that are in here as well. If you want to shout them out, you can.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's moving too quick to go all the way back up and find them.
Yeah, the scroll is just going like this right now. So that's an awesome thing. I hope everyone's hitting the thumbs ups. I don't know how many we've gotten. We always have this debate here of whether or not the thumbs ups is a good thing, bad thing. I think it's awesome. I
don't know. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, Scorched Earth Firearms. That's Rod Mills. He says, Curtis, I just ate tacos.
Yep. And I hate you right now.
So there you go. You can make tacos while we're on here. Someone could cook and make taco. No,
dude, look, I can't make a taco when I'm concentrating on it. Right?
Make it a tacos.
When I make it, Alyssa makes tacos for me because I just get them everywhere by the time we're done.
So are you saying actually make everything that goes into tacos, or you can't put your ingredients together inside the taco?
That.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you take a second shell and you put it on the plate below, right? Maybe even a couple shells so that all the ingredients fall out. Because I always end up putting too much shit in it, and then it just and maybe my grip's too tight, or I don't know. There's an art form here, right?
Oh, okay. Are you soft tacos or hard? Are you soft tacos, hard shell?
Oh, it's got to be a soft taco because a hard taco just disintegrates like it was hit by a 50 round, man. It just.
Am I understand that you don't have the finesse to hold a taco shell without destroying it?
Yes. So what happens is, for instance, I go to Chipotle and I leave the wrap on it, and you peel it down as you eat. So you have another thing to maintain structural integrity of the thing as you eat it.
You have problems that I don't think anyone should ever have.
Yeah. What's wrong with you don't have the ability to your fingertips just go to too much power or something like that? You can't.
I don't know, but I'm telling you, I wear it. It's all over everything. We have to put mats down before I eat.
Little known fact: Curtis was the inspiration for the power glove that got the ATF angry.
And so, and where are you guys on Taco Bell? Do you go to Taco Bell or no Taco Bell?
Disgusting.
Okay, I'm with Patrick on that. I don't go to Taco Bell. Yes, although I know some people around here who are huge fans of the Taco Bell.
They're wrong.
Yeah,
heavily wrong.
Yeah, I don't believe in a Taco Bell. I don't know why it's so popular. I've seen it even. I forgot what movie it was. There was a movie where it said in the future that Taco Bell takes over all the restaurants. I think it was with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Demolition Man.
Yes, there you go, Demolition Man. Yeah. So they're still around, so that's possible.
You know what pisses me off about Taco Bell isn't even the food; it's the cost of the food. All right, it's shitty imitation Mexican food, and it costs you a fucking fortune too. I remember when I was a kid, you could roll through there and for $5 to feed the whole family.
You still can't
get it. No, you really can't. I don't know what you're eating there.
No, man, like you gotta stick to the boxes. Like when you were a kid,
Oh.
you ate garbage food. If you really look back and you think about it, like whatever you ate when you were a child was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Like,
didn't know it. You didn't know any better.
garbage stuffed into some sort of wrapping solution like a taco shell or burrito, or smeared on something and then covered with cheese. It was just trash. So it was super, super inexpensive to make. And like that's what your parents fed you because you ate everything. Like I'm finding this out with my own child.
Yeah, that is 100% correct. There's something that my brother was recently in, and my mother, we had breakfast at her house, and so we all showed up. And I walk in, and there's this one thing that she cooked like 5 things when we were kids, right? And one of the things she did was the Bob Evans sausage gravy packets, where you just take the thing and you put it in the hot water, and then you have it. Like the smell of that churns my stomach. I can't even walk into a Bob Evans these days because it just makes me instantaneously ill. So she made that the other day.
Noted.
Right? And that is shit food. That is case in point. It was like that and like stroganoff and like boiled chicken. Boiled chicken. I remember that one really well.
Yeah, that sounds like like I actually grew up eating finger food, by the way, but my mom's Indian, so she made stuff like roti and curry and stuff like that, which is all finger food. A little bit, huh?
Don't even talk to me. I love Indian food.
Yeah,
that's not even cool.
Yeah, one of the awesome things. Go ahead.
We got chicken nuggets. You got fucking curry, you dick.
Yeah.
God, chicken nuggets, gross.
Yeah. The most awesome thing between my mom and Lola actually get along. Actually, my mother and Lola get along better than I do with my mother. But she taught Lola how to cook a lot of the Indian stuff. So Lola can make a mean curry now.
What?
Come
on. So I'm just saying.
All right. Look, guys, I got to break this off. We got to stop this, or I am going to have to take a break halfway through and make some steak.
Yeah. All right? Plus, there's like a war of is Taco Bell good or Taco Bell not good?
I want to hear it. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my Instagram. If you didn't see the damn story on there, like my pre-show dinner, like I'm gonna eat dinner afterwards, but like my pre-show, god damn it. I fucking had 7-Eleven pizza.
What?
Ugh.
It was disgusting.
Wait, like a gas station? 7-Eleven?
Yes.
No, bro. Like there are a couple like rules.
Brandon Herrera messaged. It was all I had time for.
That's how you start the zombie apocalypse, right there.
Yeah. No, there's only one thing that you should ever consume that was made at a gas station, and that is coffee, and that is questionable.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't do that either. Somebody wants to know what the hell's behind your head, Curtis.
Oh, we're redecorating in here. I've got I didn't have time to put it up, but I recently made a vault, and it's this thing. It's just a thing on the wall. It says, "We don't call it cops," or "We don't call 911."
That's cool.
So
that's cool.
I'm redoing that wall back there because I just built a vault and I took all the innards out of an 84 gun safe to make the door. So I have all these huge patch walls that I'm now going to put all over there.
Okay, but the last time you were on, you were rebuilding this room. I don't understand what's happening. Is this a different room that you're rebuilding, or?
Oh yeah, this is a completely different room.
Oh, okay, because
that's like my actual office. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of dude. If I took you around and showed you all the construction projects going on right now, you'd be like, how does he ever have time to do video?
Yes, because you're doing this construction yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Patrick is showing us his.
No, I'm putting the label on, man. I meant to put that label on before.
Look at that thing of beauty.
Oh yeah.
I wish I knew you were bringing your high point because I would have brought mine. Do you have a high point, Curtis?
I'm talking to the people from High Point right now. I'm supposed to get the 10mm carbine.
So, oh, nice.
But I want to say,
look at that awesomeness right there.
I want to go on record and say that the first handgun I ever had was a C9.
Oh, okay.
And that's because we didn't know any better back then. I was like 16 at the time, and we needed pistols to go into the bush after the hogs, because you couldn't take a rifle because it's too thick here.
Mhm.
So you go in after the dogs, after the hogs, with your pistol, and so you didn't need. I didn't know any different, so I had a C9, pretty much like what Patrick has there, but in black.
Yeah.
Oh no, I own an actual high point. Like, I don't know why I've got it. I'll tell you how I ended up with it. I bought a new truck and didn't like the steps that was part of the truck package. So I took the little crappy step sides off and put it on my Craigslist and ended up with this piece of shit in return.
Okay, that's not a bad trade.
That's the 45 though. That's the 45 though, right?
It's 45. That's right.
Yeah. So it's got more stopping power, right? That's how
Right.
that works.
Sure.
Come on, I can. There we go.
Someone wants you to do a desk pop.
No, that's not going to happen. Like, the kid's already angry. I can hear him screaming.
Oh, okay. He doesn't like you racking either, right?
Well, you know what? I meant to grab that. Yeah, I was gonna warn you. I got a mantis in, so I'm probably gonna be dry firing a lot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this thing's super rad. Look at that.
Have you ever seen the show with Patrick R on VSO? All he does is like dry fire the whole damn time.
See, I couldn't do that because all my guns are loaded.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like, I've got a couple loaded. I've got a 1-year-old kid, so I keep most of my stuff in my safe. And the stuff that is loaded is in little lock boxes. Like, I just installed one in the bedroom.
I gotcha. No, I've got a couple tactical walls things laying around, and I have a big walk-in vault. So, like, I just...
Yeah. So when are we seeing this walk-in vault that you're...
When it's complete. It's not complete yet. I'm waiting on... I ran into a snag with the drop ceiling that I'm trying to rectify right now. And once that's done, I'll be able to do all the stuff that we're going to do in there. Hopefully, we'll be able to film in there eventually as well. I'm going to have like acoustic foam that's going to go between the tactical walls, mod wall, and shit like that. So it'll be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'll have to see how your mod wall setup turns out. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking about getting some for this room.
Geez, check it out, man. We got a thing with tactical walls. They're cool dudes.
No, they're one of the first companies I ever worked with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I remember that, by the way.
I think maybe Chris emailed me. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris is good people. And, man, I tell you what, the first video we ever did with them, I go back and watch some of those videos, and I'm like, how does this have 1 million views? This is the worst video I've ever made.
Dude, all right. So, same kind of story. Like, when I was doing TFB TV, the worst video that I ever did has like 2.8 million views. It makes me so sad.
That's what happens though. Like if I've worked so hard to make videos and done music and like synced up the music and stuff that's happening and all kinds of special effects and whatever, and no one gives a shit about it. And then a video I do like on the worst Android tablet I ever owned, everybody loves that nonsense.
There was a video that we did. Wombat bought a Mosin 9130. And he's like, dude, I got this gun. I want to go shoot it. I'm like, fine, I'll bring a camera. And like there's somebody running a chainsaw in the background. And like, it's the worst video I think I've ever made, hands down. And it's definitely got the highest view count of everything we've ever done.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I pour my heart and soul into like a high edit that takes me like days to do. And it gets like 10,000 views.
Yeah.
So, like, I have a theory based on this phenomenon is that like production quality doesn't matter worth a shit on YouTube. Like I like, for example, GY6 Vids Andrew, respect the crap out of whatever what he's able to put out there, but guess what? I'm never going to put that much time into something because people don't appreciate the hard work that goes in the edit and in post and all that crap.
No, you were correct about that.
Yeah, and he does well. I mean, he's got a huge following, but it's kind of like a tough balance, right? People, I think if you look at the videos, like one of my really, like, I think it's a terrible video is the video I did with Jim Fuller where we were talking about AKs, and I
think that's fine in quality. That video is acceptable in quality. The audio is all right. You can tell that you didn't show up and like studio light the place, but most people wouldn't perceive that anyway.
Yeah, but if you're like into video like I am, you can tell there's things technically wrong with it. And there's people who call me on it. If you look at the videos, people are like, this is a shitty video. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree with you. I can't argue that shit. But it's just one of those things that we're talking to Jim Fuller, and you know, I was like, okay, might as well record this shit. You know, so that's really. And actually, I was with Mixflip, and I kept telling Mixflip, why don't you record this? Because I was actually in Vegas for the broadcasting show. And then before I left, I went to his place. And I was done recording stuff. I didn't even want to record anything. And Mixflip didn't want to do anything. He was like, no, man, you know, you brought us here. Yeah, Mixflip. Yeah. You never heard of Mixflip?
No, for whatever reason, I thought that was an app. I was not paying attention, I'll be honest.
No, he's Filipino. And he's mixed. I think he's Filipino and something else. He lives in Las Vegas. He's on the police department in Vegas, actually. And he does videos. He's always at SHOT Show. You've probably seen him at Range Day running around.
Probably. I am like blatantly oblivious.
Yeah,
to a lot
he's like
of
Late Boy Scout. You know how Late Boy Scout does a bunch of videos at SHOT Show at Media Day and all? Oh, you don't know Late Boy Scout either.
No, I do.
But anyway, they make a lot of videos. I don't do that anymore. I've tried it before. I don't think I was ever capable of doing that many videos at one time. But
see, here's the thing, dude. Mixflip's Asian, so like he can do that, right? Like he has the ability to put out that many videos. I don't know how people do that. Like I can't.
Mm-hmm. I know I can do like 5 a day on my own, like show coverage, but like while I can do it, I choose not to because I think it's all stupid.
I agree. I don't do that anymore. There was the first time I went to SHOT Show, I did that.
You feel like this need to do it. You're like, man, I've got to cover this show. My viewers really need to see this stuff and sharing the experience. And the reality is, man, like it's all friends saying hi, hanging out. No real business is talked. There's no real revelations made at SHOT Show, and you don't make any discoveries about product other than look at this thing. The site comes in plastic now. They're now selling it in FDE.
Yeah,
it just doesn't matter.
I think people. I do still do videos when I go to these shows, but I don't think people like the canned videos. So where people in their booth, they're saying the same thing to 1,000 people. I try to go in there and not even talk about what they want to show and talk about something else or ask them different questions or something. Or actually, what I do a lot now is I look for the stuff that no one's even covering. People don't give a crap about.
Yeah, I would say that my experience with SHOT Shows is kind of markedly different than what Patrick described. I discover a lot of stuff at SHOT Show. I have a pretty good time at SHOT Show, but I'm also worked by the end of the show. I don't do hardly any video while I'm there, except for stuff that's been contracted to do while I'm there. But for the most part, I'm there to basically look for stuff to work on for the year. I did pretty good at SHOT Show this year as far as finding stuff that I'm interested in working on.
Yeah. No. I do run into stuff. There is new stuff put out there, but I'm finding that people are rolling out the really neat stuff, like at random times throughout the year for whatever reason. And then you've got NRA has become a really, really big launching point for a lot of the cool stuff. Most of the big manufacturer stuff you'll see launched at SHOT still. Because I don't think that they get it.
But
no,
go ahead.
I think that I don't think that the actual product itself, I don't think is very useful at SHOT. But the conversation of this is coming, right? And we have maybe a 3D printed model here for you to look at. We're keeping it. All the people that I work with that do this sort of stuff keep it under the table, so that they can show it to people until it's fully ready. Because a lot of the people are under this, or a lot of companies are still under the like kind of old print thinking, where you can come out with this thing that's not ready and it won't be ready for a year because they've got 9 months to do an article on it. No, that doesn't work anymore. Those days are gone.
Yeah, and there's some companies that are really bad about saying, hey, we're thinking about producing this. Look for it in the next X months, or look for it soon. Look for it soon is probably the worst thing I hear at shows, period.
So
you tell me
Clover,
that, there's like a 30% chance it's going to come to fruition.
right? So Clover
Desert
Tax
Tech
says,
MDR.
yeah, absolutely. Yes. Clover Tax says, I have loyal viewers that do want coverage on certain things and appreciate it. Sometimes it's not about the views, it's about the engagement and the relationship. I think that's true. I made a video at NRA solely for someone that's been a supporter of mine for a long time. And I think he said he wanted to know about the it's the Taurus 932, something like that. 692. And he was like, hey, go check that out. And I was like, okay. I went over there and if I'm here, I might as well do a video on it because this guy wants to know about it. So
see now, and I handle I don't have as big of an audience since I left the Firearm blog, and apparently somebody in our chat had no idea that I left like 6 months ago. Welcome from under the rock. I'm gonna call you Patrick Jr. So I don't even know. Yeah, I handle my interaction with it, a little differently. I'm really accessible. If you get me on Instagram, I generally respond unless you send me pictures of your junk. Then I generally ignore you.
No wonder. Damn it.
Yeah. That was actually a conversation at NRA that I did that might be fun to talk about in a little bit. But
someone sent you pictures of their junk for real?
Yeah. It was weird.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that has never happened.
Do you know who gets it a lot? Grand Thumb.
Wow.
Like apparently
I had a conversation with him about that.
Yeah,
I think
joke around that they're sending me
well.
dick pics and they send me pictures of Richard Nixon or Dick Sporting Goods or something like that. I mean, yeah, I didn't know there were actually dudes getting pictures of other dudes' schlongs. Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Actual thing, yes. But
Wow.
the one place that I really like to engage with people is on my Discord. So if somebody's a patron of mine, I've got a Discord chat set up. It goes to my phone. It's on both my work computers, and I'll interact with people on my Discord on a regular basis. So if they're thinking about buying something or they want to know about something, I'll go out of my way to find information on that and tell them. And I find that really, really works well.
Yeah,
I agree. That is an excellent tool. We've got lots of people, especially people who are looking to buy like their first silencer or something like that. There's been times where I'm talking with dudes on Patreon over it, and I'm like, hey, dude, just call me, right? And we'll talk it over. We'll look at the same web pages at the same time.
Yeah. I think, you know what, this and by the way, if you're watching this chat, you can ask us questions. Lola is looking at the chat. We're like trying to monitor it, but you guys are going to get a lot of kind of like inside talk here with us because we're all somewhat doing the same things. But I think this is where a lot of this is going. Like, I've actually been giving out a number from my phone, and people text me, but there's people that really call me. The other day, a guy called me because he was trying to get a stock for his AK, and someone told him something, and I was looking online while I was talking to him. I guess he saw this AK in one of my videos, but I had to go look at my own video to remember what the hell the video was about, which is weird.
Well, when you do a lot of volume, man, I mean, do the math. How many pieces you put out a week?
Yeah, every day. We post something every single day. So
yeah,
so sometimes more than that, actually. So yeah, it gets insane. But I think, and the thing that I want to say about this, and I don't know how, I'm sure you guys are all dealing with it in different ways. I think the whole industry is changing. And one of the things that the industry side of it that they don't realize is that you don't have to show everything at SHOT Show or even try to compete for everyone's eyeballs at that time, that you can just slowly, you could put things out at any time because there's this thing called YouTube and social media, and everyone's going to go look at it at that time, and you'll get the most of the spotlight.
Yeah, and especially because there's so much going on at SHOT Show that it may very well get buried at SHOT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I handle it, like I was saying earlier, I handle my show way differently than everybody else. There is a whole lot going on. The Firearm blog, it puts out crazy amounts of content during SHOT for whatever reason, to their detriment, in fact. And that's one of the things that kind of motivated me to not cover the show, because they actually lose subscribers. They lose engagement as a result of too much show coverage.
I believe it.
But they do a great job of covering pretty much everything.
Is Taurus really junk, and is that a Disney high point?
Oh, okay. Someone wants to know, Patrick, is Taurus really junk, and is that a Disney high point? Is there a Disney theme with that high point? It doesn't look like it.
No, man, no. It is Rainbow Cryptech.
Yeah. There you go. Here, I'll lock it. I'll lock it. Like, slow it down so the folks can get a good look.
That's Rainbow Cryptech.
Yeah.
With gold accents. So.
And it's got, I mean, the TRL, it's got some really expensive stuff on it.
Yeah, well, I was going to put a X300 on here, but I really didn't feel comfortable handing a $200 light. This one, I think I've got like $25 in. It's the old 630 lumen model that I like traded some like scumbag that I used to work with, like a rain poncho, a mil-spec rain poncho, and like several packs of cigarettes.
I mean, but it's got that's an RMR on the side, right?
Yeah. It is. It's an RMR 01. That is a real RMR. And I bought like 2 of them when they were like $220 at Cabela's after like coupons and stuff. So I don't have a whole ton of money in it, and I don't take this RMR very seriously. I don't much like the auto adjust models, with the exception of the 6.5 MOA dot, which is on my 34, which is right here. Okay. I've got a really early 6.5. See if I can get that lined up. Yeah, I like the bigger dot on the auto adjust model. So I don't take anything on this seriously. That was the idea of it, was to not be serious about it.
Hey, Patrick, show them the magazine.
Oh yeah. So we even customize the magazine for all of you guys. And yeah, I don't think you caught the other one, did you?
No, I did. It's on the side.
Why are you covering it? Oh, why are you covering your eyes? Hold on a second. Why is he covering his eyes?
You don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. You don't have to see it. You don't have to see it. Yeah, there you go.
I lied to you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it doesn't count because your slide covers it. It doesn't count. It's not the whole thing.
What?
Ah,
that was the reaction I got from everybody. I'd hand them like an extendo to put in the gun, and they drop this one. They go, ah. It was awesome.
Yeah, I don't quite fully get the joke. I mean, I know what I'm pretty sure what that kind of almost glory hole symbol is about. I get that.
It's sign language. That is actually sign language for asshole.
Oh, okay. See that I don't know sign language, so there you go. I was blissfully
now.
Yeah, I was blissfully ignorant of that.
Yeah, no, it is actually sign language for asshole.
I never knew that. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's an easy way to get in trouble.
The pant says 10 millimeter turns is RMR 01 off. Then you need to use Sony batteries and a sealing plate, and it should fix the problem. And if that doesn't fix the problem, then get a Type 2 and don't be a poor bitch.
Or don't put an RMR on a pistol.
I mean, if you want to be stupid, then sure.
Yeah.
No, I have an RMR on my Volt Quartzen, but it doesn't have a reciprocating slide, so it's not a problem.
Oh, dude, I've got them on like most of my Glocks at this point.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if we should get structured or what here. I think it's probably too late for that.
Wait, there's supposed to be structure to this? We're like 51 minutes deep, and I'm now finding out there's structure.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
I did not sign up for structure. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Well, here, let me.
You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do.
You're not the boss of me.
He said that I need to get closer to my mic. So.
Yeah, your mic is a little low.
How about now?
So yeah.
Okay. Now.
Does he need to get closer to me?
Now.
Yeah, okay,
now.
That's good. Okay. Someone wants to know what Gorn you have. We are going to get to that here in a second. We're going to show guns, and it's going to get a little crazy. I wanted to show you guys that. So have you guys heard of unique ARs?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, they make these really cool handguards and stuff like that.
That's a word you could use to describe them.
Okay. You don't like them?
I'm into functional, not
You're
flashy.
not into functional. Okay. Well, So here's something I found, and you guys could tell me what you think about this. I found this at their booth. Did you guys see these? When you I don't know if you passed by.
I'm looking at the wrong screen currently.
So here, I just locked it. So this is a pistol grip, and when you grab it like that, it kind of like shifts to your hand. See that? And then you could lock it. You could tighten this thing here, and it actually locks into whatever shape you want it to be.
So it's like those needle toys.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Gimmicky. Good idea. Don't like it. Lame. Okay, there you go. All right. Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Oh no, you can say whatever you.
Probably I'm gonna go with hot garbage.
Okay, I have no skin in the game, so
I'm gonna say as soon as it gets muddy, it's fucked.
Okay. I haven't tried it. I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to put this on.
Can you hold that up again? I want to take a look at the bottom of it.
You want to see the bottom?
Are they individual plates that's held on? So it's clamping it all together is basically what I'm seeing, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this holds onto the top of the gun. That's the clamping.
Can you unscrew that bottom piece?
Can you unscrew it all the way?
I bet you can.
That's my failure point. That's my guess. Is the vibration from the gun will loosen that screw, or something is going to break.
What's that screw made out of? Is it made of aluminum or is it made of steel?
It looks.
Oh yeah, it does. Steel. It looks to me like it does. It's starting to come loose.
Yeah. So now my bet is that's going to come out and the whole stack is going to go with it.
Yeah. Then you got to adjust this whole thing. Okay, that's a good point.
I feel that I want my question I want to pose to people is, what problem does that solve?
I don't know.
In the chat, I want people to tell me what problem that particular product would solve, because I'm going to go with 0 problems. It's going to be a living room problem that it's going to solve. It's a perceived issue.
Right. Yeah.
And I
agree.
Let's talk about living room problems. I want to do that.
Okay. What else? Yeah. So what else do you have like that?
No, just the idea of a living room problem. The idea of, oh my God, I can't shoot a Glock because of the grip angle. Or the Gen 5s had this cutout in the front, and that's going to dick up all of my reloads. That kind of mentality of this thing is going to screw me up because, and it's something that people like obsess over at home, but don't go out to the range and like really work and find out if it's actually a problem.
I've actually got an inverse of something that you mentioned, if I may. One of my friends, who will remain unnamed, was not highly firearms trained, but he was in the military, and he was actually a door kicker, and he was issued a SIG, and he could not shoot it to save his life. Okay, like the first 3 rounds would always hit low abdomen or whatever. So I was like, here, try this. And I handed him a Glock, and he shot perfect from there on out. And that is the only time I've ever recommended a Glock product to somebody.
So money on him point shooting most of the time. If he's he's not lining his sights up. He's not using the gun right. He's just pointing up and boom. Okay, it should be on target. That's my guess.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. And that's what he actually does. So,
well,
we know that that's the diagnosed problem. He's not taking his time to properly align the sights because in his world they're so close he doesn't care.
Now, like dudes that actually do door kicking, like if you don't follow Press Check Consulting on the Instagrams and the YouTubes, Chuck was actually a door kicker. He did some cool guy shit with some cool guy pants back in the day. So he knows some stuff, and like that dude is slow to shoot and big on no fail shot. Like he performed at some of the highest levels of shooting people, and he preaches so much accuracy. It's insane. And most of the dudes that did it at a high level did. They want to slow down a little bit and make sure that they're getting that hit in that little switch area, the ocular cavity kind of area, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, I think that probably has to do with how they perceive time also, right? If they've been doing it so much,
Who's this
time's
wanted?
huh?
Is this wanted?
No, I'm just telling you though. I mean, it's a perception of like how fast does your brain process things versus how fast does someone else's brain process.
Yeah, and processor speed is a thing that he talks about as well.
Mhm.
But like focusing on that sight picture, doing your job. Like Chuck and I've had some really great conversations about what makes an assaulter an assaulter, and like being able to talk to somebody who did that for a long time and understand what qualities somebody needs to have in order to like perform at that level.
Mhm.
Mind blowing. Like
Yeah.
they're pro athletes. Nothing.
Yeah, I've never done any of those things, but I agree with that. I think that happens like for me when things go wrong, I always say slow down.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that part of it is that my perception of slow is different from someone else's perception of slow down. But you can always solve things if you, especially if you're like, okay, slow down, follow all the rules. I think we probably have different experiences, but I've seen in shootouts people very close to each other shooting at each other and missing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that
because they're point shooting.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not only that, but in your role in the industry, oh, if you get caught missing at that range, dude, you're gonna be all over the news. We're gonna make fun of you forever.
Yeah, YouTuber can't hit the side of a barn in a real gun.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about living room problems, and like I want you guys to think about like what you think a living room problem might be. Like, I don't fucking know. The fact that the AUG only takes AUG mags unless you change the stock, it doesn't fucking matter. Just buy AUG mags. I want to talk about some of those, but
I think there's a bunch of things like that. For what I carry on me, I don't add shit to it. So like right now, I have my Glock 43. There's nothing added to it. I don't change the trigger. I don't do any of that kind of bullshit. It's just a Glock 43. Now obviously in making videos and things like that, there is that, like I saw someone say it, and I think Nothing Fancy maybe coined that, or someone else, I don't know, but that second level of cool or whatever it is, I get that stuff,
Yeah.
There is that. But like when it comes into like addressing problems that you perceive with your firearm, as you progress as a shooter, you get to a point where like, man, you know what? I really don't like that about a gun, and no gun is like that. So I need to change that on the ones that I've got. Like I fucking hate curved triggers. I prefer flat triggers. And that just has to do with the size of my hand and everything like that. Because sometimes things don't work out. Like sometimes a Glock isn't perfect for everybody. And I tell everybody this, the Glock's not a perfect gun. It's the perfect gun to make perfect. Or the best gun to make perfect. I forget how I say it, but there are reasons to do it.
Yeah, I think also, like for me personally, if I go to shoot a gun and I'm not very accurate with it, and however fast I shoot or whatever I do, it's cool to make a video. I'm not going to carry that thing. I'm gonna the gun that I pick up and intuitively I can use it and it could do what my brain says. That's what I'm gonna carry.
I agree.
Yeah, and I have a different mentality. Like I want to spend enough time with a gun to get it to do what I want it to do. I want to be able to pick up any gun and be able to do what I want it to do. I want to be able to shoot tiny little groups at 25 yards and like shoot quickly, close up, things like that.
Yeah. No, I agree with the part of you should be able to use any gun, but I think sometimes there's a whole bunch of overthinking. To the flip side of what you were talking about before, I know that Lola and I went to some kind of a range. It was an indoor range, but they had a virtual setup where everyone can shoot, and it was a whole bunch of gun guys. And this is like the one time Lola didn't record this. I'm so mad. So there were all these targets that we were supposed to shoot at that were just popping up, and I didn't even think about it. I was just shooting at the things, and everyone else was taking their time and trying to shoot those things, and I kicked their asses.
Well, it kind of brings me to my next topic that I think would be fun to talk about. I want to hear your guys' experiences at like media events. I'll kick it off with mine. And this goes. There are approximately like 6 people in the media that I've shot with that can shoot. And I've been doing this for several years now. I've been to a ton of media events. I've shot with a ton of writers, a ton of YouTubers. There are 5 dudes, maybe 8 tops that I've shot with that can shoot worth a crap.
Okay.
I agree, dude. It is atrocious. The level at which you have to rise to be considered industry. To tell you the truth, I say this all the time. SHOT Show Media Day at the range is the most dangerous place on the planet that day.
It is. It's terrifying. Like, I've been flagged at Industry Day more than anywhere else in my life.
It is a stupid place. It really is.
Yeah. A lot of times when we're doing, I mean, I think I could agree with you on that we're taking risks or whatever, especially when we do those things. But that's a lot of this, right? It's just a lot of times when I go to the range.
I was at a media event in Florida recently where I watched a YouTuber that all three of us know, who shall remain nameless. She happened to flag another dude with a HK416, like ready to roll, 416 on auto. And it's just mind-boggling. This stuff.
I watched a Instagrammer pull a disassemblable. That's not a word. One of those ARs that comes in multiple pieces and you snap it together.
Oh, the one with the twisty bits.
Yeah, the twisty bits, pulls the twisty bits out, takes a loaded magazine and puts it into the gun. You can't see it unless you were there, really, but you can sort of see the brass color in the magazine. And what you don't see cropped out of the video is that there's one of the dudes that is in charge of that event is like 7 feet tall, and she's pointing it like right at his face.
Wow.
And you can see him like sidestep as soon as she does it. You know.
Yeah. So people want to know. People want to know, like, what are we talking about when we say, like, what makes it stupid and dangerous? And are there not like range officers there?
No, there are. There are range officers. I in Air Pro is like, it's very, very real. It's no different than going to your standard NRA range. Now, where you really run into issues is people in the media, and specifically, we'll just go with people in the industry. Specifically, writers are fucking awful, terrible shooters, scary bad. Now, if you stay after lunch and you're there when the buyers show up, that's when the real fun starts. It gets sporty. People that buy guns to sell in stores have no fucking clue what they're doing with a gun in their hands.
I agree with that 100%. It is terrifying. And the other thing, and I might piss some people off by saying this, but that's how I roll. One thing that I have learned is from attending these industry events and my time doing what I've been doing is that I'm pretty much going to put an embargo on working with anybody from California.
Really?
So there was a particular instance where an individual thought that it would be cute, the dude from California, thought it would be cute to pick up some binary explosive and put it inside something that it was not designed to go inside of, and he created a claymore that then showered the crowd.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know this instance. You were there.
Yeah, I was about to say this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I have a hard rule: no binary.
And that actually hit someone. I think
it hit several people.
Yeah. No, but it hit someone like really. It made a serious impact. I think it showered most of us, but it impacted someone seriously. I think in the junk, right? Am I wrong here? Or in the
do I feel like
medic was called in to assist with this? So
yeah, was this an IV shoot? I think.
Yeah, we weren't going to go there, but
yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. I know Eric. Yeah, he's not somebody that screws around when it comes to safety, so it's not on him at all. Whoever
in that situation, in that situation, he didn't mess around actually.
Another industry event that I was at. Somebody was not shooting targets in front of them versus steel targets. Instead of shooting the ones in front of him, they were shooting ones across the range, and pieces of those bullets were going back into the crowd.
Yeah, I feel like this might have been in a Florida thing.
Yeah, deflections.
Deflections.
Yeah,
we're not going to say who or where, but again,
right.
That happens. You know,
I
there.
believe that I've seen the same thing at the same place. I think.
So there is a level of
This is
almost no
someplace you
standard.
guys went without me. I'm just messing around.
Yeah. The danger is, I think, the ultimate danger is, especially people who do this professionally, is there are some people who get complacent. They do this stuff every day, or to a frequency where they no longer respect it. And then there's the people that don't do it enough.
Yeah.
They're the weekend warriors or whatever. They go out and don't do this for a living, but they have this thing that they do kind of on the side for fun, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes a problem. So
I think that
one extreme, you got both extremes at these events, and they do not mix well.
Yeah.
Especially don't mix well when you've got post-sample machine guns on the line.
Yeah, no. So I'm watching the chat. Brian Quick says, sounds like YouTube celebrity gun experts aren't very expert. That is spot on.
Yeah.
Like if I ever call myself an expert, stop fucking watching my channel. Like unsubscribe and email me. I'll delete immediately when I refer to myself seriously as an expert. Because I'm not.
Yeah, I think we're all learning, and I've seen I've honestly seen things happen even on my own range. And I know people are always saying to me, we want to come shoot with you. And I'm like, yeah, I have to control the amount of people that actually come on my range because it could be very dangerous. I've seen things ricochet and go over Lola's head. And I'm telling you, that's like a situation I cannot even deal with if it goes, a few inches lower and all that kind of stuff. So thankfully for me, she's really short. But there's a lot of dangerous things that could happen. And that's why, like, for me, I like to control all those situations, keep everyone, because it can happen to anyone. I think we all have to check each other. Even when I'm on my range, I tell people, hey, you see me doing something, check me. I know one time, actually, Guns and Gear was with me on the range, and something happened that wasn't even really that bad. And he did something, and then people were like mad at him because I think I had something in my hand and he deliberately took that thing and put it down. And there's no way in hell I would ever be mad at him.
No, he's probably one of the safest people that I've shot with in the industry.
That's what you're supposed to do. What he did is what you're supposed to do. It's better to do something like that than something wrong happens. And we have to double check each other and stay on top of each other. And it's just the way that it goes, man.
The other thing.
There are some that are so focused on getting that shot, getting that thing, that they forget completely that they're holding something that can take a life.
Yeah. So even I'll tell you guys, like Lola's reminding me, one time we went to this range and I had to these guys wanted to meet me, and they had, these guys represented an ammo manufacturer and they wanted to meet me. I made special arrangements for this range to let us go there. The range had never seen me before, but they're like, oh, you're a YouTuber. Okay, we'll let you come here. These guys showed up in flip-flops and short pants. Okay. And then their ammo that they had was frangible. So they were trying to show me that this ammo is frangible and you could shoot it at like point blank range.
No.
And then the steel was not the right kind of steel. Okay. So these guys literally were bleeding from their legs. Okay. And then the person who was running the range came up, and these guys are like pouring in blood. And I was like, this is the most insane thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Way more patience than I have, man. Because the second that I look at the flip flops on the range of frange ammo, my response is, I'm out. Y'all aren't serious. Good luck to you.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you need to wear, and I actually got in trouble by telling, I put out a mass message that was, please dress appropriately to the range. And that was taken by some of the women as don't dress like a skank, when what I really mean is wear a shirt and shoes and long pants, right?
Yeah.
And I've gotten in trouble for that before, and it's like, well, okay, well, you can eat a piece of brass, but if you're dancing around doing a brass dance because you decided to wear a low-cut shirt and you shoot somebody, I'm going to be very pissed at you, and so is the person that you shot. So,
yeah,
like...
Yeah, I think that...
there was that video that came out on Facebook recently of that dude that had brass go down the back of his shirt and launched 2 from a 1911 into the ground in a indoor range because he's a dumbass.
Well, so, and then the other thing is like, look, man, you don't know what everybody's experiences are too. When you have a crowded place, you don't know what the individual experience is. And you can account for that with like a couple people here and there. But when you've got hundreds or thousands of people packed into a space, there's no way that you can account for those individual experiences. There's just no way that you can take it all down to that level where people can handle things. Like a really good example is I was at a range and we were shooting these guns, and it was actually when the Geisley AK trigger came out. That one that maybe makes it run away a little bit sometimes. The one that's super light, takes a lot of fitting, and we were shooting that thing, and we had like 40 magazines down the pipe, and I inserted a magazine, worked the bolt, and the thing just started running. All right, the thing was cooking off. It started cooking. You got two choices at that point in time: punch the ticket, take the ride, and just ride her out, or get rid of the ammunition feeding source. Anybody who isn't experienced on those things, that's never been in that situation, you don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to freak out and point the muzzle somewhere that they shouldn't be?
Watch that happen.
Yeah, I mean, that can happen. You don't know if you've not been exposed to this sort of stuff. Being in a crowded place the first time that you're exposed to it is probably not a good recipe.
Yeah. I actually had an accidental discharge when we were testing some AK triggers, not the Geisley ones, a different one, from an AK. Like, and it went right into the ground right next to my foot. I think my foot was like maybe 3 or 4 inches away from where it happened.
Was that one of those self-contained AK triggers, or was it one of the not self-contained AK triggers?
I'm gonna say self-contained.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things, there's lots of things that can happen. That's the reason why, like, I think we should not get butt hurt if people like call us out or whatever. You have to be willing to, to say, hey, okay, I did something stupid. The point is to not do that again. Bad things could happen, Now, regroup.
I don't have a problem with people calling me out. In fact, I encourage people that watch my videos to call me out when I'm doing something wrong, when I say something that's incorrect. Now, if you're just being dumb, then I'm going to either delete you or ban you from the channel. If you're going to be hateful and stupid, because that's like my corner of the internet. I don't want to read your hateful shit. It's the quickest way to get banned is to be hateful.
Yeah, don't bring it into my living room, bro. Like, go talk your shit somewhere else, Yeah. But the other thing that it becomes a little bit nuisance-some is, like, for instance, there's a video that we get commented on every once in a while. We were testing a shotgun, and I shouldered the gun, and we had just doused it in mud. I mean, like, you can see the mud pouring out of the shotgun. And I pull the trigger, and nothing happens. But I get kind of like a smushy trigger, and then I lowered the gun, and as soon as I touched the pump, the thing went off. Right? So what had happened, we suspect, is that there was either some hydraulic block going on in there. There's some mud inside the receiver that caused the hammer to get hung up before it fell. And the whole internet is like, you piece of shit. And it's like, dude, the gun is covered in mud. Like, you can clearly see that, like, when you're doing that sort of stuff and people are calling you out on that sort of stuff, like, you have to understand that this is an extreme case, right? Where the guns can indeed discharge without you telling them to do so.
Right.
And that is not something you should be playing around with.
Yeah. Also,
if you are a novice, do not, don't be doing
also
that.
In what we do, we do some crazy things. What we have to do is, if we are concerned about our own lives and other people's lives and property and stuff like that, we have to know where to draw the line. I remember when I was testing the standard manufacturing DP12, it's that aluminum shotgun, and it has 2 barrels and
the double-barreled hot garbage. I remember that one.
Well, we were testing it, and we were like gangbanging the gun. So basically, it was me and 3 other guys, and we were loading and shooting or whatever. And I think we yeah. So we actually bent the tube. So this is the reason why I'm telling you this, because we had so much action going on. We bent one of the feeding tubes, and then it started firing both barrels. And I think we got to like 700 rounds or something. And I was like, yeah, that's where I'm going to call it a day. It was working, but not working the way it was supposed to work. And I was like, yeah, this is where we stop, even though it didn't get like inoperational and all that. And people are like, oh, this thing's terrible. Which, hey, I understand everyone can have their opinion, but you know, that's like, you have to know in your brain to go, okay, I think we pushed it to where we have this malfunction. Don't push it further than this. You know, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, both barrels or whatever is not it's not a bad thing necessarily, but
no, if the gun's not operating properly, it's wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Dangerous.
I have a question for the chat really quick. I've seen this pop up multiple places. What did I type something wrong somewhere and call muscle climb muscle climb or something like that? Like, because I've seen these comments and I've looked for it for like a brief moment. I have no idea what this is. Can somebody please tell me where this is coming from so I can fix it? Right? Because like I think that there is somewhere, unbeknownst to me, that I made a complete idiot of myself, and I don't know. I mean, I'm cool with the ones I know about, right? Like, right.
By the way, Big Dick Willie says he loves gangbanging.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's the most appropriate comment.
Muscle climb got him in the mood.
Yeah, I don't understand. So what? This was from some other video you did somewhere else?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it in the chat a few times over the course of the last few minutes, and I saw it on a couple of my past videos. I don't know where it's coming from.
Sally Taylor. I don't know. Is that that's probably, I haven't seen that name before, so that's if you guys know what video VSO did you? They're saying that you said muscle climb.
Yeah, I don't know.
So one of my, I haven't run across it. I'll be honest, I don't watch anybody's videos.
Dude, I don't expect like any. So if you're okay, let me address something really quick. If you're a YouTuber and you expect everybody who is also a YouTuber to know everything that you've put out, like
that's impossible.
That you are fully yourself, man. Like I would never expect anybody I'm talking to as a peer in what we're doing to watch my stuff. We're all so busy as it is. Yeah. Like I don't have time to go through lots and lots of video. Yeah. A lot of the video that I watch actually from people is video that I'm like 98% done with a topic, and I'm like, you know what? Hank did a video on that. I'm going to go watch that video to make sure I didn't miss anything. Or Mike did a video on that, or Tim did a video on that, or Patrick did a video on that, and he did a hammer. You know, like
I watch. Well, first of all, it depends on who the person is. So I watch you guys stuff. So mostly I watch when you guys get into shit. when you get controversial, when you do some shit, and everyone is like, did you see what VSO? Because we wind up being like the keepers of each other, right? And someone will go, did you see what this guy did? You need to talk to him about this.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't like, I'm not in charge of Hank. What the fuck are you talking about? You know?
You need to talk to your boy about you. No, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want to do.
But
Hank Strange calls me up and says, Patrick, we saw the video of you hitting that Remington with a hammer, and we probably feel as a YouTuber union that you should do that. I'm gonna go, fuck you, Hank. Click.
Yeah, but that's
I'll do what I want.
That's what I mostly watch, or if it's like you said, VSO is true. If there's something going on like that, and I want to see, like, maybe I'm running into a problem, I want to see if you had that thing or whatever. But to be honest with you, when I watch videos nowadays, I mostly watch things that have nothing to do with guns. I watch car videos. I watch videos. I discovered the League of Legends leagues. That's like the women scantily clad playing football. I don't know anything about sports, but I like that.
What?
Sports ball?
Simulating.
Yes. Just look up Legends, the Legends of Football League. Just look Google that shit.
I can't have that in my search. I can't have that in my search history. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Right? So I look at stuff like that. But and when people, so for example, if people have seen something at NRA. I ran into Hickok, and he actually watched one of my videos, which was the one of me getting pulled over. And when he told me that, I was so embarrassed. I was like, damn, man, why'd you have to watch that one?
Yeah, I'm like looking at my search history. It's all like camera stuff that I watch on the YouTubes.
Yeah, camera. Yeah, I watch a lot of camera stuff.
And maybe if there's an odd gun that I get interested in, I might look up some information, but I don't like consume content on the reg. I do want to loop back in the chat. I posted in our chat, in our group chat. Tyven, sometimes you are a really funny guy. The comment, the wife doesn't wear V-neck shorts at the range anymore because the bass went between her boobies and bass is hot, really had me rolling, man. I had a hard time holding it together. I firstly would like to address, if you happen to have a source for V-neck shorts, please email me at patrick@firearmrec.com. Secondly, bass can be very hot if you overcook it.
Now, okay, so now VSO, I don't know if you know this, but Patrick and Tyven show, they've got like a thing going on. First of all, they literally troll each other. They literally troll. You were trolling him the other day. You know that. Don't lie, Patrick.
No, I was trolling
General Mattis. I'm going to quote General Mattis. I'm going to quote General Mattis and say, "What two consenting adults do in their own home is none of my business."
Yeah, okay? Exactly. But they have a thing, and then also in Tyven's defense, Tyven is probably driving. And commenting at the same time, which is probably not a good idea, but
seeing as how he drives a fucking big rig, maybe he shouldn't do that.
So who knows what's okay? You know what? Let's go to some guns.
We can do that. I've got plenty of them. I got a lot of cool.
We burned a shit ton of time. I just looked at the time, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean we're about half hour to end.
Whenever I talk to either one of you, and I knew when Lola told me both of you come, I was like, this is gonna be a fiasco.
Yeah, no, when Lola told me I could be on with like the Texas Hunter guy or VSO because like we hadn't set anything up because I'm terrible about that. I was like, yeah, dude, let's do one with Curtis. Like this is gonna be awful. Yeah. It's gonna be perfect.
Yep. It's gonna be a complete fucking shit show.
Yeah,
and that's the way I like it.
Yeah, exactly. But let's try. Let's try to look at some guns. So what do you guys have? Okay, I would like to talk about Henry for a second because I mean, to me, Henry makes some badass rifles.
It looks like 4570 all weather to me.
Yeah, this is the all weather right here, 4570. You are right. This is really badass. I've done some stuff with this, but I haven't done the video that I've been meaning to do, which I need to get around to because it's so badass. I want to like do something real special.
When you sent me down to get the Midwest Industries M-Lock rail gun that we were talking about, and I said I didn't have it because it's in another safe. I lied. I just remembered where it is. It is off to Henry right now because I broke a component when I was installing that rail. So they're actually repairing it for me. So,
okay. Yeah. And those are the new, what are they calling those things? Something X. I can't even remember.
I just call it, I don't know. I just
the rails.
The M-Lock, the M-Lock, the only M-Lock rail that you can buy for a Henry.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. The Henry X. Henry X. Yeah. Yeah, the handguard. It's the handguard.
Now, and I addressed this in the video that we did on the topic. Guys, it is a very challenging build on installing that rail. So if you're thinking about putting something like that on your Henry, it is not easy to do so. Unless you're one of.
You're kidding, right?
No, it's not. It's not easy.
Huh.
You have to disassemble it. You have to disassemble that whole gun, bro.
Yeah, I believe what you're saying. Like, this is not an AR. The AR is pretty much Legos. This is not an AR.
Now, if you're not one of the kinds of people who's a pack rat and cares about keeping all the stuff that you take off of that you will never use again, like the wood handguard and that retaining ring that holds, like, if you're that person, then it's going to be the easiest rail to install ever because you can just get the Dremel out and cut the shit off. Right, but if you have to if you're one of those people that has a aversion to cutting things off of your guns,
right? How do you look at something from Henry that, I mean, this is no bullshit. They make really nice stuff. I'm not destroying this. Yeah.
Well, but I guarantee you, but Patrick said that he's not the type of person that cares about that sort of stuff, right? He just said that.
No, I don't give a fuck about like keeping things nice.
Yeah, so like if you're going to put an M-Lock rail on that thing, you would not care about that piece of wood that's on there, right?
No, I'm actually going to try taking it off right now.
So what you have to do to get that off is you have to take the tube off.
No,
He doesn't
no
want
instructions, sir.
Yeah, he doesn't want.
Oh, sorry. So
Let's go in blind.
Yeah,
We're
go ahead and take
going
a
in
look at
dry.
it.
We're going in
At
dry.
first, so
Let's see. I'm
just
gonna lock
just to
it on
tell
you here.
So when
Yeah.
he goes under there, I want you to think about this as you take that off. You're going to discover something. And you're going to be like, "Huh? How the fuck do I do that?" So anyway, the Midwest Industries told me that it was going to be a 9 out of 10 on the install, on the difficulty of install. And
Really? Okay.
And I told them, and I was like, okay, well, give me some places. What are your normal AR handguards? And they're like a 2. All right. I'm like, okay. And I was like, what's the AK handguard? And they're like a 4. I was like, wow. So there's 5 points of separation between the AK installation, which requires the cutting of things, or the Henry rail. And I will tell you honestly that it earns every single point on that 9 out of 10 scale.
Wow,
it is
really?
a tough install. It is a tough install.
Yeah, then that equals do it at the factory.
What?
So but if you
Oh, he's under there now. He's in there.
Are we drunk, Henry?
Okay, he got it off.
Okay, but how are you going to get the retaining ring off the front?
Oh, that would be I call Henry for a replacement piece.
After they've seen the video of you chopping it up, well, they'll take care of you. They're good guys.
Yeah. So
that is the stupidest design ever. Henry, what the fuck?
So you see how that piece slides back and forth? Does it have any play in yours? Yeah.
That
has to be staked. That has to be staked into place because that holds the front of the handguard.
Are you drunk?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you have to stake it and lock and vibratight it. So what Midwest suggests in their instructions.
I want to state first that I haven't even shot this gun, so everyone knows.
But what they say is that you should consult a qualified gunsmith.
Oh.
And I would say that is a good thing to do. Now, Hank, you will find that so because Patrick has an octagonal barrel on his,
I'm
you will
gonna lock it on him again because he's about to do something crazy, and I don't want to miss it. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, Curtis.
Now,
this is going back to Henry Broken.
So, because it has an octagonal barrel, there's actually extra relief for those octagonal sides, so he can pull his off with his handguard off. Hank, you will not be able to pull yours off.
Okay.
Yours actually wraps around the thing.
Okay, let's get the other one.
Now you're gonna go mess around with another one.
Yeah, no. He said I can't get it off. I want to see if I can fail. If I'm gonna fail, or what's gonna happen.
Okay. Henry Rifle, you're about to get 2 guns from Patrick Roberts.
Wait a minute. Is that Now, at least that is my experience with the thing. Yours may not be as tight as mine was, but I've also shot
probably
mine.
not. I've been married for 10 years.
Yeah. Maybe you had some kind of muscle lift problem or something like that.
No,
That's entirely.
I've also shot 1,000 rounds through my Henry, so yeah.
Let's see. I want to see what happens here because I think there's about to be.
I'm very interested to see if he can get that off.
Yeah, and I'm not doing this, by the way. I'm not messing with this 4570. Oh, he got it off.
Oh, he got it off. Well, hey. Look at that. That's interesting. Mine was very tight. So
okay,
like a twiga.
It was tight.
So hey, Hank.
Yeah.
Will you try and pull your handguard off, please?
No, hell no.
Don't be bitch.
No, yes. Be the bitch. You have to learn how to commune with your inner bitch.
because
I'm not doing it.
Why is Lola saying, "Oh my God, Patrick"?
Because so I asked them about this, why mine was so tight, and they say that some models are tighter than others. So I'm wondering if there's something special about the all-weathers that makes that handguard not want to come off. So to give you a point of a data point here, how I busted my Henry was I was trying to be nice and get that retaining ring off the front, and I ended up kinking the tube. So
Okay.
I was trying to get it off. If I had just cut the fucker off, which I ended up breaking the damn thing anyway, then I wouldn't have had that problem.
Yeah.
And I would totally have a functional gun right now. So
this is why the people on the YouTube appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because you do it first.
All of that can be found on our YouTube channel. You can go find that video. I think it's called Tactical Lever Gun or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I had a conversation with Henry shortly after we talked about these. Brian, I will talk about the 3.6-inch barrel M&P 2.0 in a moment because I do want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
by the way, Brian Quick wants to pinch your cheeks. I don't know if you know.
I know he keeps telling me that. Like he was on Steve Fisher's live on Instagram and told me that when the topic of discussion was Steve.
Yeah. He's man-stalking you to pinch your cheeks.
Dude, he's everywhere.
Which set?
I don't care. I told him I let him, and like I told him I'm okay with either.
Okay.
Wink.
Do video. when you do this, please do video.
It'll get uploaded to Pornhub.
Yeah, I bet it would. That's exactly what Pornhub actually wants. You know, that's the kind of video they actually want.
I don't. Probably not. They're gonna see some sort of dive in traffic as a result.
Yeah. Brian Quick says thank you. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. I think.
I don't know what's going on between him and I don't know what happened there, but it's some kind of man love thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna like deny it. You know, if he knows who Steve Fisher is and follows the dude, then he's probably got his head in the right spot.
Okay. Look at the face right there. Is he frozen?
What?
No, you were just that face that you were just making was like.
I was reading. I was reading the comments over here.
Oh, never do that.
Yeah, don't read the comments. Yeah, I am not messing around with this, man. I have a really badass video. Actually, I really have there was a video I was gonna do with this. I even wrote like a script for a movie I was gonna do with this thing. I love it so much.
Oh, I refuse to do scripts. Good on you though.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm an artist, man. You know, so
Not
I'm
me.
You know, I'm like a closeted filmmaker here. So
closeted something.
Yeah. Huh? Well, you know, amongst other things. So what someone here in the office was complaining about the tubes. We were talking about the tubes. These gaskets that they have in there, I guess, are really tight.
Yeah,
real tight.
They'll loosen up a little bit over time.
Yeah,
as you shoot the thing.
Yeah. So that's like one of the things if anyone wants to know. But you know, I am like a really huge fan, and you know, if anyone did the 1,000-man shoot thing, I don't know. Did you guys do the 1,000? No, I don't remember.
I saw the video. I wasn't invited either because the Firearm blog does their stuff stupid.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I actually have my Henry rifle, the Golden Boy that I shot out there at that thing. So
I got to shoot Roy Hill's 1,000-man shoot rifle, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes, Roy was there. I remember
Roy
that.
Was there. Yeah, I got to shoot it when I was up there. We were at the range with Yeti and YOLO, both awesome people. Amazing.
Yes, they are very cool. And Yeti is like a Jeep builder.
Yes.
He's
like a fabricator. Well, he did like a lot of other stuff. It's not just Jeeps.
Yeah.
So how about we shut the fuck up and do some Gorn?
Yeah, absolutely. And YOLO, by the way, is just super gorgeous. And she's good at doing yoga.
There's way more to her than that. She's actually an ex-marketing chick. She used to do marketing for a long time. Really smart gal. Yeti is just the meathead with the wrench turning capabilities. She is the brains, I would say. Yeah.
Brains and beauty. You know, you got to appreciate them both.
Somebody
there
asked
you go.
in the
but it's not your booty, it's your beauty. Huh?
Somebody asked, Hank, do you have a mare's leg?
Yes, I do. I do have a mare's leg, actually. I didn't bring it with me, but I do have one, yes.
Can you have SBRs where you are in Florida?
Yes, absolutely.
Florida. All right.
Dude, convert that thing. Those things are awesome converted to SBRs, man. I tell you what. They're so much fun.
Okay, that I probably would do.
Hey, I need to, I want to get this Henry. Yeah, I've got a 30-30 with the case color. Let me.
Did you get it back together?
Locked.
You got it back together.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Is it? It is locked on you.
No, I've got it locked on you.
I can't trust anything. Yeah. So
Okay, believe me.
Got that awesome octagonal barrel, so it's chambered in 30-30. I thought it'd be really cool as like a hunting gun, but I did not take into account the heavy ass octagonal barrel. It is really weighty. I'm gonna get through all three of these Henrys real quick. I got a 38, or no, this is a 22. This one is really, really fun to shoot. I enjoy this one a lot. So 22, and lastly, I got a 38 357 gun here with the round barrel. So it's just the standard rifle.
Cool. Have you seen the 410? I have the 410. I didn't bring that either with me, but the 410 is friggin'. I like that, man.
The 410 is cool.
Yeah, that's pure awesomeness right there with the 410. Yes. This is not the 410, by the way. This is
that's just a big old revolver.
Yeah, I just like seeing this on camera, so I'm always messing around with it. 4.54 Casull right there.
I love that caliber.
Super Red Hawk Alaskan. So this belongs to Big Daddy. But
I can tell.
I'm gonna shoot the crap out of it. I'm gonna make a video. I'm just trying to think. Like nowadays, I'm trying to think what's fun to do a video. I don't.
I just like trying to get better at shooting. Really.
Yeah. Well, and the thing for me is like I'm making videos all the time. I'm not necessarily making the same. Sometimes I do the videos that I've always done, like weird videos, weird things, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I just want to have fun when I'm shooting. Like competing against Lola. I think I did that with the 22. No, actually, you know what? The survival rifle from Henry. I don't know if you guys have that. The 22 survival.
If I'm honest, I don't really shoot recreationally very often anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done it in years.
Yeah, like.
You mean without a camera? Are you talking like recreational that there's no camera?
No, like that's and it's not, but yeah, there's a distinction there because I may be working, but I may not necessarily have a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might be doing something else. It might be an eval project or something like that doesn't require video. Mm-hmm. So I devote so much time to doing that like a lot of my friends will be like, "Hey, dude, you want to go to the range?" I'm like, "No." Right? Go to indoor range? No, absolutely not. No, thank you.
Never.
No.
I'll never ever. It's hard to talk me into an indoor range, but I think I'm gonna start going because there's one a hell of a lot closer than the outdoor range to my house, and I really want to start going and breaking up my shoots into shorter sessions.
Mm-hmm.
The days of going to the range and blazing through 2,000 rounds in a day because I have 1 day a week to go because it takes so long to get out there to set up. I'd like to break that down into like 300 to 500 round chunks.
That's exceptionally valuable. As somebody who used to do it that way, that is very valuable to be able to break it up.
Yeah, I just assumed everyone had like their own range in their backyard.
No, we don't all have Audi R8 money, Hank.
You don't have to have that to have your own range. That's the first thing I bought. The first thing I bought was the property. And then instead of a regular house, I put a mobile home on that bad boy, which Lola is not happy about, but whatever. As long as I could convince her to not get a regular house, I'm good.
I'm looking to open Site B. Actually, I want to do a second range because I have the one that we use for all the filming and stuff. But we've had a lot of instances where the inquiries for training and stuff like that have gone up, and I don't like taking people to that range because it's a security problem. Mm-hmm. So I want to have a second space. So what I'm looking for right now is I got some people working on it. I'm looking for a piece of land that has been absolutely raped by the coal companies. Like we're talking like 1950s reclamation shit where it's just like an exposed high wall. Right, that's what I want. And if we can have like some chemical runoff or some shit like that going on, so that there'll be no neighbors or anything like that, that is what I want.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Right? Like the biggest piece of shit land that you can possibly find.
So for everybody out there in the chat, chemical runoff is the secret to his beard.
Yeah, it runs right into the water that my house draws from. So
okay, I thought chemical runoff is what happened when he ate tacos.
That too.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like that's more of a hang problem. That kind of comes with age.
It's a cycle, right? The chemical runoff runs into the creek, and then I drink it, and then I run into the creek.
Oh, this is going not good places. Where's your guns, man? You didn't show any guns, Curtis.
Oh yeah, shoot. Let's see. Okay, first one that I've got here that's kind of neat. I'm gonna have to stand for this. But this is the brand spanking new Mark 47 Mutant Gen 2. So
would they improve?
So
it doesn't have dicks on it.
What's that?
It's missing all the dicks that was on the handguard initially.
Yeah, that's it totally. But as far as things that they've improved, they've done a one or two things to the bolt in here that they've reshaped it a little bit, and then they've also put a non-stupid handguard on there, so it's got M-lock on it instead of keymud.
That's what I meant by all the dicks.
And this one has a Geisley something or other in it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's an SSA that's in there. Ambi controls now, so they have their Ambi selector and their new Ambi charging handles as well. So I'm not sure if that's showing up or not, but that is the new. Oh, I'm not sure if the originals had a two-sided handle or not for the two-sided paddle for the magazine.
I believe
release.
so. I believe they did it because I got to test one of the first ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at one of the first ones. I'd have to go back and watch a video of somebody who did the original Mark 47. We kind of came into the scene with CMMG after they released the Mark 47, so we were kind of holding off for this one to come in. So anybody who's not familiar with the Mark 47, this runs off of AK mags and is 7.62 by 39. I was shooting it the other day at 450 with this mini ACOG on it, laser beam gun. So anybody who says it's 7.62 by 39 can't get it done is full of shit. So,
no, dude, it's a legit rifle. Like I really enjoyed the first go. Yes, the first gen did have a dual-sided and ambi mag release.
So the for some data, at the Iraq Veteran Shoot every year, this is like the most obnoxious gun. And you know this because if you think about the range space between the booths and the firing line as a homogeneous mix of people evenly spread across the firing line, they'll light off the full auto short barreled version of that gun, and everybody will squish to one side of the range to see what is making this noise. And then 15 minutes later, they will all redistribute themselves to the other side of the range to get away from it, because it is so obnoxious. And it is an awesome gun. And I unfortunately, that's a T&E sample, so it has to go back. But it's a freaking awesome gun. We've almost completed the testing on it. And anybody who knows us knows that every gun gets between about 1,000 to 1,500 rounds through it before we publish a video on it. One of the other things I got here, I've got two things. This one recently published, but this is our Blacklist Industries Glock. So we redid it for suppressor testing, raised excess suppressor sights, and a full kit in here from them, including their pins and their guide rod and their reduced weight springs. So this thing's set up. So real quick, put that away. And then the last one that I want to talk about, and this one's important because we got something going on right now that people are going to want to get in on. So it's not really the gun that we're looking at here, but it's the SB-A3 brace.
Okay.
These are unobtainium right now. Everybody on the internet is looking for these things. You can't find them. They're all back ordered and all that shit. We're giving one of these away at the end of the month. So as soon as I get the Patreon numbers, one of our lucky patrons on Patreon is going to get one of these things. And it'll just go out at random like all of our other giveaways are done. So if you're already a patron, you're already signed up. You don't have to do shit. We did give away the 50 cal finally last month. And I think we're going to have another thing running in for next month's giveaway as well. So we're going to just keep rolling these giveaways for our folks on Patreon. thank you very much for supporting us. But
does that
SBA3,
include YouTubers who are Patreons or no?
It's all random. So I actually don't even draw the winner. So another person draws the winner for me with the random number generators. So they get the list. So what happens is Patreon gives me the manifest or whatever for the month, and then they just go right in to the random number generator, and somebody else gives me the name, and we made sure that the person was, for instance, for 50 cal, can't live in stupid places like Cali and things like that. So
yeah,
we had to make sure that it was good, and then it shipped out to their FFL. So that's how that works.
So what do you think about the what is it, SB3?
I think this is probably one of the best braces that is available. And the reason I like this one more than the Tailhook Mod 2 is because it's compatible with a mil-spec buffer tube. Okay. So, and I did a video when we did our initial video on this. I had it on a short-barreled rifle because it's my opinion that a pistol stabilizing brace is the intermediary between the time that you submit your paperwork to the ATF for your Form 1 for your SBR and it being completed. In this configuration, you can have this, use it for all legal purposes and things like that, and then when your Form 1 comes in, you just pull this thing out right here, pull that off, and then put your stock back on it, and now you're ready to go. All you have to do is engrave it for your trust, and you're ready to rock and roll with your SBR. Okay. I think that that's important because if you cross over to like the AK world, that we're seeing the AK pistols now come with with the tube extensions on it for compatibility with buffer tubes. Mm-hmm. So if you have an AK pistol that you're converting to an SBR and it doesn't have some kind of device like that on the back, you have to have milling done to your receiver or your trunnion. It's a pain in the butt. Usually it requires somebody with some better skills than you do to get it done. So this is a big leap forward for those guns that are coming with AR buffer tubes for their brace extension. So that's at least my 2 cents on why I think that this is the superior product right now relative to some of the other things that are out there. Don't get me wrong, I like those other products as well, but I think that this one has just a little bit of edge because of that modularity that's going on. Okay. So you're saying like the tail hook doesn't go on a mil-spec tube? Correct. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, and that's cool. Like if that's not something that you care about, the tail hook Mod 1, for instance, is metal, right? Mm-hmm. Which makes it awesome. The tail hook Mod 2 is full polymer. That's also better than rubber. Mm-hmm. But if that's not something that you're looking for, if those aren't things that matter to you, the modularity is something that you're looking for. I think that the SBA3 has it going on in that realm versus those other things. So. Yeah. So what's up with the, how come they're not turning these out fast enough? What's going on with that? They just can't keep up. Yeah. In fact, if you watch, like, for instance, Mike's video on it, he says in his video, get on a back order list because they're not going to be available anytime soon. Mm-hmm. So, in fact, one of the things that we're doing with our giveaway is we're putting everybody on a list so that when they are available, they're immediately notified where they can buy them. Mm-hmm. So if you signed up for the giveaway, if you don't win it, then you will get an email that says, hey, you can buy this now here. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good idea, man. I have to see if I have one of those. I'm not even sure. If I have one, I should probably give it away because if people really want it that badly, Yeah, it's a solid. I mean, I like it. I really do. Mm-hmm. I think they did a good job with it. It also has QD points on it as well. So if you want to run a 2-point sling on it, a lot of comparable stocks out there have that, have QD points. So this has metal inserted into the rubber for your QD points. So yeah. And from my understanding, SB Tactical has this kind of stuff locked down, man. They've got a pretty strong patent and all that kind of stuff. So I think the alternatives, you were talking about the tail hook brace. I know that's an alternative. What else do we have for alternative? Yeah, from Gearhead Works. And by the way, Walter from Safety Harbor, he's in the chat. He makes an adapter
for the tail hook that you can make the tail hook retractable for anyone who's looking for that.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is Walter in the chat?
Yeah.
Now, the other brace that's out there besides the tail hook and the SB series stuff is the Shockwave. And in our video that's coming up soon, as soon as I get my computer back so I can edit the fucker. Another note on that, but we don't suggest that people use the Shockwave blade brace because they're breakable.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before. I've got one which I haven't broken, but I probably haven't been as intense with it as you have. And by the way, let me ask you something. Is there anything, obviously you can't shoulder it, but is there something really horribly wrong with just a regular pistol buffer tube? You know, the cheekable one? Do you think? Because people now act like, we were talking about this before, right? About living room problems. Whenever I was shooting one of the cheekable ones the other day, and someone was like, "Why are you putting that on your cheek? Why don't you shoulder it?" Like, it's not even designed for that. It works totally fine on the cheek to me. So, am I crazy?
No, I put them on my shoulder.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, just don't be a bitch. You know, I mean, if it's like a 458 SOCOM pistol, it's gonna probably hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But
well, that makes sense. But I have no problem shooting from like the, you know, putting it on the cheek and shooting or whatever. It works. So, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, I think that these are all cool solutions, you know. But if you want to go old school, like they used to do back in the days 2 years ago, you can just have a pistol, you know, with a buffer tube. And that's it.
Hey, my brother has one. The thing works fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I haven't even gotten any of the cool guns yet, man.
Oh, okay. What you got? What do you got? We got like 7
I know.
minutes.
I've been sitting here like fucking dry firing.
Yes, I know. We know this.
Don't really care if it bothers people. I'm getting my practice in.
Yeah.
I'm literally donating my time to hang out, so fucking eat a dick.
CZ. Nice
CZ75 Team Sport Orange. So single action only. Got that cool little gas pedal on the side. Like super nice trigger on this thing. Like I haven't even shot it yet, but like it's super nice. These things are really desirable right now for some reason. 20 round mags with these badass anodized floor plates. Big thank you to Zach for getting this out to me.
Very cool.
That's a gun. They're so popular because a lot of people have little hands.
Yeah, see, and I got a hard time running the thumb safety on it personally. Like my big complaint with it is it's not double action, single action.
My big complaint with any CZ 75 is that when I wrap my hand over the slide to reciprocate it, I grab the frame. Like I miss the slide, and I grab the frame and the slide and try to pull it, so it's like it won't go anywhere because it's like because the slide rides for everybody who's not tracking. Patrick, throw that gun back up there so that people can see.
Yeah, it rides inside of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes the slide
makes
the slide dimensionally smaller than like a Glock or any other pistol that you're used to seeing, because the slide no longer rides on the outside, so the slide can be the same dimension as the frame. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you go to grab it over the top, if you're used to having a big fat slide to grab hold of, if you got big fucking meat hooks like I got, you come down over the top and you grab the frame instead of the slide.
Your muscle memory messes you up.
Well, it really does.
So, and that's people like to give me a hard time about, you know, utilizing racking a pistol like that with my little pincher thing there and on the front of the slide, and that's something I don't run into on this as a result.
I would say that is I would almost say that is the correct way to run a CZ. Maybe not the right way to run every other gun in the world, but
I do it for every gun. I do want to roll back to the chat for a minute. Guys, you understand, I've got a 1-year-old son that I don't get to see very often. I do work like 100 hours a week. So yes, I am literally taking time for my family to be here to hang out.
Yeah.
If you guys don't understand that and you think I'm being arrogant, I much would rather spend time with them. I also like talking to Hank. I like spending time with you guys as well. So, like, stop being pieces of shit, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you all on notice. If you want to be fucking assholes, go for it. I'm gonna get back to the cool guns now and stop being such a
Whenever,
asshole.
yeah, whenever we have Patrick on, people get mad about
I
mad
don't know
about stuff
why
or
they
whatever.
feel like I'm arrogant. Like, one, I'm not the most arrogant person on YouTube. Go check out James Yeager's channel.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
watch.
I think people like to fight with you. Okay.
Yeah, I've got
that's
no
one thing.
tolerance for like idiocy. I really don't. Yeah, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah. I think people like to fight with you. Here's my thing. If people want to know from my perspective, I like talking to different people. I think we all here, me, you, Curtis, we all have different opinions. Our circles kind of cross, but we're all in different worlds. We all have our little things. And what I'm trying to expose you guys to is like a realistic world of how gun guys are. And we're not exactly the same. And we don't agree on shit. Like, I don't think we've agreed on a lot of things here today, but we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's the thing. It's like I'm friends with Curtis. I'm friends with Hank. There are people in the chat that I'm friends with that like I talk to on a regular basis, and you guys get this preconceived notion that I'm some know-it-all. No, I've just spent money on gear. I've had it break on me. I don't want to see other people make the same mistakes. I really do have pure intentions. I make zero money from YouTube. All of my money comes from writing. Like that is what I do for.
But you're also entitled to your opinions. I mean, that's the thing, Like, I think I want to hear other people's opinions. I know like some people don't want to hear it, and I get it. I'm not trying to like defend anyone or anything. For me personally, how I function in the world, I like to listen to different people. I mean, I think that's how you kind of learn things. And look, if you've been looking at this show, you've seen me and Patrick here like crying like big babies. So this, it's this is just like how it goes sometimes. And I understand that people don't like it. Sometimes I think some people enjoy the fighting.
I mean, honestly, I really don't fucking care. I'm on the YouTubes to share my experiences with people, whether they like it or not. I really don't care. I don't care if people like me or not. It's never been a concern of mine.
What I would say to add to that is, if you don't have people that dislike you, you're probably doing something wrong. Like you've probably dumbed yourself down to a level that or deluded yourself to a level that you're not any more being real and true to yourself.
Yeah, I think everyone has something that's annoying. I know people that like, for example, my hair annoys the shit out of some people.
Why the fuck does it matter, man? Like, you know what? We're gonna finish these guns. We're gonna finish these guns. I've got an EAA Witness Limited in 9. This thing is the direct competitor to the orange, basically.
That looks like a space gun.
Dude, it's literally the same fucking gun, man. Like, it's
but something about it looks.
Yeah, they look very futuristic. I know that.
I really want that one.
We may be able to work something out because I fucking hate it. I'm not a fan. No, I'm not. I find I can work this one a little better than I can the orange, but I don't shoot it as well as a double single gun. Again, it's a single action only gun. My hands aren't sized to where I can put the part of my finger that I want on the trigger. Like, I like having almost that first joint on the trigger nearly, so I roll my hand around the gun like that, and working the safety on it is less than ideal.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because we had a problem. We have a short-statured person that we use, not to take any shots at Patrick or anything. We have a short-statured person on our crew, and he always has issues with this. I did not realize that this was a thing where people can't reach the trigger on some guns. Like, the grip's too fat. Like, I've never had this problem in my life, so I guess I've never empathized until I saw it in front of me. It was a gun with a safe action trigger with the dingus in the trigger, like a Glock has, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he literally could not like he had the ability to touch the trigger and pull the trigger without actuating
Wow.
that dingus.
Yeah, and that, let me see, where's my
and we're all differently sized people. I mean, you could be short but have long fingers, you know, everyone's hands.
So if you build your grip up on like traditional bullseye shooting and like make sure the pistol is in line with your arm, like this is in line with my arm. I'm not able to I can barely get that to where I can get my finger on the trigger and actuate it. And this is a Gen 5 gun, which is a shorter trigger reach. So the area from the back of the gun to the face of the trigger is shorter on a Gen 5 than any other Glock. It also has a flat face trigger in it. So with a stock trigger on like a Gen 3, I might be shit out of luck if I'm being real here. So what I'm forced to do instead of having that inline kind of grip is I have to roll my hand around like that, and then I can get like the trigger the way I.
So you're saying like you almost have to like change your triggers and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're okay.
Almost. That's one of the reasons I prefer a flat face is because of my build.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, if you've got the gun in line, you see, you know, how that is. And then if you take a look at how much of my finger is on the actual trigger, it's really not all that much.
Have you ever considered like having finger surgery?
No, I just learned how to shoot around it. So like I'll hold the gun. So this is, you know, hand in the same you know, direct line. It's actually canted off. So I'll bring it in like that in order to reach the trigger the way I want to.
See, I actually have the exact opposite problem. So like I end up running out of room in a lot of like trigger guards and things like that, where my finger actually comes back. Like my index finger is so long.
It's too long, yeah.
Yeah, I've run into people with that issue as well.
Yeah.
Like when I press my trigger, a lot of the times I'll either literally put the trigger right there and push it straight back like that, or I will excessively wrap in and pull with a farther part of my digit than normal. It really depends on the setup of the gun. But you know, there's silly memes where it's like if you got this finger here or that finger, or if you get your finger here, it pushes it that way, and you got your finger here, it pushes it that way, and like that sort of stuff. That's not necessarily true. It can cause that sort of stuff, and sometimes those diagrams have
No, they're all junk. I just had that conversation. Like,
well, let me complete my thought. For the most part, they're bullshit. It is the only thing that you need to worry about is the human gun interface and not moving the gun between when you make the decision to shoot and the gun actually shoots. So a lot of people will punch the trigger and it causes the gun to drift because they've said now, and they move the gun's orientation after they've aligned the sights and made the decision to shoot. And between the time that happens and the gun actually fires, the gun has changed its orientation. And that causes people to miss. It's not where your finger is on the fucking trigger. But if you're inexperienced, then it can be causing the way you've set up your grip and how you're working with the gun can cause some of those things to happen if you don't know the difference between shooting and not reorienting the gun between shooting. So
yeah. And I think that, you know, it's like anything else that's manufactured, right? They're made for a prototype. I'm not saying it's made for one specific person. Sometimes they are made for one specific person, but a lot of times it's made for some kind of prototype, which most of us don't fit into one way or the other,
it's
right?
Like a 95 percentile kind of thing. Yeah. So what I was saying about that diagnosis target, I asked Steve Fisher about it. He's a respected trainer. His reply was simply junk, and I made him tell me more because I needed a quote for an article I was writing for AmmoLand, and it's up there now. But Steve said that it's carryover from one-handed pistol shooting taught by the military around the same time the bullseye shooting was popular, and has little bearing on the modern defensive or gaming techniques taught today. So there you have it, guys. Those diagnosis targets are garbage.
I agree.
And so who's still pushing that? Is it You know,
Yeah,
he's
it's
still
the
pushing.
internet. It's the internet. Like,
Because you see that if you take some courses, you see that stuff. You know that, right? So there's some.
If there's, are you serious? Like people are paying money to go take a class from a dude that says this is your diagnosis target. It will help fix your problem.
There's still people that do that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you.
Give that person money again.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
there's a lot of old school dudes out there teaching people. I'm just telling you.
Then
a lot of times, especially those NRA approved classes.
It goes like this. The only thing that you need to do is solidly grip the damn gun so that you are not imparting extra things on it between when you break the trigger and not. And align the sights and don't move the gun between when you pull the trigger and it goes bang.
Yeah. And if I could suggest something to people, it's one of the reasons even why I started doing videos. Don't know about you guys, but record yourself. Record yourself shooting and look at what you do and be honest with yourself about what you do. And you'll see. And when you know you're doing something, deprogram it.
Dude,
identify it, get rid of it. Yeah.
The camera doesn't lie. Everybody's...
We could... Yeah, no, we could do an entire show on that for sure. Like, I've spent a ton of time watching myself after I left TFB. I wouldn't do it previously, but you're right.
Yeah, especially in the day and age where you've got the like high speed video and stuff like that. You have 240 capability on your phone right now for slow-mo film, right? Like you can see a lot of shit in that. Sorry, Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just want to get through these fucking guns.
Okay. Patrick wants to get to we're over time, so we'll let you get to the gun.
P99 AS. Working on a project for Barnauls Gunnery magazine. It's going to be inside of Recoil, I think. So we're going to be doing something on the P99 AS. It's kind of an interesting pistol, so look for that in the gunnery insert in Recoil.
Oh, I don't even read Recoil. Is this? I
don't
either. Before?
If I'm honest, yeah, I write for them, but I don't.
So
I've never
can we? So you're saying that coming up sometime soon, we could go into like a Barnes and Noble and steal from inside of that a thing from insert from Barnauls?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So they've got these things called gunnery magazines, and I'll grab one of them.
I never heard of this before. Have
you? Roy sent me a bunch of them. But I guess that they mail them out too, because it's got like mailing stuff on the back. But like they do these gunnery things, and they're tiny little magazines with write-ups in them.
That's interesting.
Brought to you by the creators of Recoil. So there will be a P99 piece in there. I won't tell you the premise of said piece, but it is.
I want to be in this magazine insert now. I don't want to be in the Recoil.
You have to. You gotta write, man. You gotta it's gonna be like a 2,500 word piece.
Oh, geez.
Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Yeah, what the hell? That's why I make YouTube videos. How about someone translates a YouTube video? How about that?
That's where we get into like the 100-hour plus week. Like I sit on the couch at night with my wife and spend time with her while working, because I mean, like a 2,500 word piece for them is like half of my week. At minimum, in terms of pay wise. So I mean, like I've got to do 2 of those a week.
I just want to say something before we wrap up here. I'm looking at the chat and there's a shit ton of deleted messages or retracted. What the hell's going on, Lola?
What the heck? Some of these aren't even like bad. Like,
is this like a meme? Are people like writing messages and then taking their message out? I don't know what's going on. Okay, somehow I messed
I
it
don't
up,
care.
I'm looking at it here. Everyone's like writing message. Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's find Patrick. What do you have coming up? What do you want people to? Where do you?
I'm gonna have a video on this fucking Steyr M9A1.
Okay, cool. I like the Steyr.
It's gonna happen at some point.
That's one of my favorite guns. Like if we ever had the question, maybe we can answer this question real quick. If someone ever asked me what's your favorite gun that you've shot and handled and everything, but you don't own, that Steyr is one of them actually.
I don't know how I feel on it quite yet.
Okay.
But I don't know, Curtis. What's your answer?
Sorry, I was writing my list. Coming up. Sorry, I wasn't. I'm trying to multitask.
Yeah. Okay. So Patrick, really quick. He wanted to know what you feel about the Steyr, the M9A1.
The Steyr, man. I really want to shoot the Steyr, but I haven't had an opportunity to do so. and I don't know that I'm going to even be able to have time to get one in. Even like if I called Big Daddy and said, "Hey, I need a Steyr," because like the next, I've got some extra filming appointments that I have to go do in the next couple months. I got a bachelor party I'm planning too, and like I'm getting married later this year.
You still haven't gotten married? Come on, you guys need to elope.
I wanted to.
Cheaper.
Just elope, dude.
But anyway,
okay, I'm sorry. I don't even want to get in trouble.
So my answer is sorry, Patrick. I have no bearing on the Steyr M9. I think
it wasn't a question. So Hank came up with a question and then fucked the question up within minutes. No, it's not your fault. It's Hank's fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think the question was
favorite handgun.
Yeah. The question was favorite handgun that you've shot or handled, but you don't own, but you would like to own.
Oh fuck! I own everything I want. I was
going to say that's tough because everything that I see that I really want, I just go get. So,
excusez-moi.
Well, I mean, it's hard. Okay, I got one. No, that doesn't really count. No, I really want, and I'm working on it. I want a suppressed Negligent revolver. That's what I really want.
Back in the day when those were $99, that was when to buy them. They're expensive as shit now.
They are.
I never even heard of that. Never even. I'm gonna have to look that up.
So for anybody who doesn't know, the cylinder actually rides forward and seals. So it sucks to suppress a revolver because all it does is increase the back pressure. I mean, you do get suppression, but you're going to get a lot of overburn and stuff like that. The cylinder comes forward and seals against the barrel, and it basically seals the whole system.
So I heard you could suppress them.
Yeah, so I want one that's chopped back, so I can throw a can on the end of it. I do not have one of those yet. I have shot one, and I need it in my life.
Interesting. Okay, I'm looking it up. That's interesting. Okay, cool. What about you, Patrick?
Actually, I've got two answers. One is the Beretta 92 LTT Elite that Langdon Tactical did. I want that one bad, but I'm going to be pre-ordering it. I'm actually going to sell my M1 Garand to fund that purchase because I don't ever shoot my M1 Garand. Garand for all of you that want to say it the wrong way.
Obvious setup right there.
I mean, no, I normally say it incorrectly. So
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the gun that I probably I want really bad but won't go buy is I want a 5-inch M&P 2.0, one of the tan ones.
But you just don't want to pull the trigger and actually buy it.
I refuse to buy another platform that I've got to now feed with mags. Now, if I end up with one somehow, then cool. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to seek it. Glocks do just about everything that I want them to. And the amount of time that I would need to spend with the M&P 2.0 for me to feel comfortable carrying it for any use other than fucking around at the range. I don't know if I've got that much time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, cool. So did you hit us up with all your stuff before you go? Everything you got going on?
No.
I don't know. Because I know I messed it up for you.
Yeah, no, I think Curtis was writing down a list. Somebody keeps asking about the 3.6-inch Smith M&P 2.0. Yeah, I saw it. I don't really see... the only point that I see to that gun is the dudes that are wanting a Glock 26 with a 19 size grip. It's close. It's getting there. So that's a reason. I had to think about it long and hard as to why someone would care about that. It makes sense for the largely overweight population that concealed carries an appendix when they probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm included in that population. Because generally I carry a 26 appendix or a 43.
Okay.
I really but I can see where they're coming from because I really like the 19 in an appendix configuration. I think it's really, I can see where somebody would want that grip size with.
I think.
Yeah, isn't that what a Palmer 80 did? I think Polymer 80 has a frame for
No,
that.
no. They were doing a longer barrel on a shorter grip.
Okay.
Because people are still stuck in the idea of that grip length matters, and it kind of does, and it kind of doesn't. James Lawson, eat a dick.
Who are you
I
going
don't
after?
understand. But the thing I don't understand is if you're going to carry the grip, why not carry all the gun?
Well, when you're sitting for a long time, dudes that are a little bit fluffier, what'll happen? Where's my gun in the holster? Dudes that are a little bit fluffier. So somebody that has a little bit of pooch, like you or I think you're a little bit more fit than you were a little while back. I'm a little less fit because I'm a little bit older. But I think we both kind of got a little bit soft midsection still. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty skinny and sexy, so whatever.
No, you are. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone.
Hold your fire.
So when you sit down in a car for a long period of time, that gun gets pushed out. When you have that shorter length of barrel there, that gets jabbed into your pelvic bone because whenever people gain weight, they end up wearing their pants lower on their body. There's less room for a gun to sit there. Now, the point of contention is if you carry something that is full size, it can actually sit down in the area between your legs if you wear the holster right. So carrying something larger can actually be more comfortable and conceal better when you're sitting. I don't know, haven't tried it, but that is something that people have brought up.
That's what I would concur with that because I used to carry a 26, and I used to carry a shield, but then I lost a bunch of weight and I prefer the Glock 19 size gun, and I'd never really thought, like, everybody's talking about like the 19X, for instance, the Glock 19X, and I was like, well, if I'm going to carry a Glock 17 grip, why the fuck wouldn't I just carry a Glock 17 sight radius? You know what I mean?
The whole thing. Yeah.
Right. Well, there is a reason. And I kind of get into that in my 3600 round review of the 19X.
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
We should definitely come back and do that.
Yes. Yeah. I know. We're like 20 minutes over there.
And let me, and I'm going to go to Curtis, but first, J Rock is trying to sum this up. So I'm going to read his comment. He says, tonight's lessons: 1, Vigilant has taco issues. 2, Patrick R has a new potential buy video coming to Pornhub involving cheeks. So there you go. I think that's a good summary.
There you go.
You left out the part where James Lawson needs to eat a dick.
I didn't even see that. I don't even know what that.
He said like he's still hung up on it. The eat a dick comment was uncalled for. So like James Lawson needs to eat a dick.
Okay, I'll let the two of you work it out. Let's let Curtis tell us what he has going on.
Well, I in the time that I wasn't paying attention to the original question,
I hope you wrote your list.
I wrote a pretty good list.
It's a train wreck.
So what we got going on is we're actually going to be bringing back shorts here for Fridays. After we entered 50 Cal Friday, I feel like there's kind of a hole for the Friday show. So we're just going to be doing more short form stuff with that. But this week we had the F-17X from Franklin Armory. It's a California legal full functioning AR-15, and the Nero 556 compensator. All Inconel 3D printed, cancels out the muzzle rise even on like short barrel rifles, and most of the muzzle rise on things like 224 Valkyrie and things like that. Upcoming projects, we have the TB9 SFT, which is the threaded barrel mod variant of the TB9 series, the C39 V2 with the new mod with the brace, the Mark 47 that we talked about earlier. That we have a gun that shall not be named yet because it's embargoed. So hopefully we'll see that one by June-ish. It's going to be in a controversial caliber.
I know what it is.
Yeah, you probably know what it is. But we have, as always, lots of silencer stuff coming. I've got a full load of silencers coming next month for some stuff. And, of course, some new hotness from Midwest Industries that should be showing up tomorrow. So
okay, very cool. All right.
Why was my comment about 1,500 to 2,000 rounds deleted? What the fuck?
I have no idea what's going on.
Who are your moderators now?
Here's what I know. At this point, we need to wrap the show up, and we'll come back. This is actually a good combination, even though it went immediately off the rails.
Say hi.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Awesome.
Yeah, they can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, we'll let you get back to your man real soon right here.
Oh,
I
hi.
came back from a.
Yeah.
I saw her on the other screen.
Yeah. Did she bring in tacos? She probably brought in tacos.
No, she didn't bring any tacos with her.
Oh, damn
Seems
it.
like a girl that has very delicate taco making hands.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, I want to thank everyone for watching, listening, commenting. I hope you guys have fun. The time has gone really fast for me, so we're approaching like 2.5 hours at this point. So I'm gonna call it short. Thanks to everyone that supports us: ATI Outdoors, Safety Harbor Firearms, Big Daddy Guns, of course, Andrew's Custom Leather. What did you want to say? I'll let you have the last word, Patrick.
Yeah, no. I just want everybody that is in the chat to recognize that like this isn't something that makes us a living. We do take time away from things that we care about to spend that time with you. We appreciate you guys a lot, but you need to be respectful and understand that it's a give and take here.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a two-way street all the time for the people who come on, the people who actually watch us, people who watch us later and all that kind of stuff. The people who are going to go and tune into you guys' channels and all that kind of stuff. The people who want to even go fight with you and have fun,
That's
you
fine.
know, battling out with you. So on that note, we're out of here.
Oh,
Peace.
wait.
What?
No, there was something that needed to be said in here.
Uh-oh.
James Lawson, eat a dick.
Okay,
I knew it. I was
I'm
waiting for it.
gonna press the stop broadcast right now.